All right. Hello, Move Easy Movers. Welcome to Move Easy Yoga with Kathy. Today is Tuesday, October 3rd, 2023. October already. Whoa. Normally on Tuesday, Via does the class, but she's still in Spain. So you got me, or whatever day you're watching this YouTube video. Today's focus is going to be on hips, a little bit of core, a little bit of rotation, plus the usual stuff. We're going to start in our normal manner. Oh, as far as props go, you'll want 2 blocks, either thin or thick, depending on how flexible you are in your hips and your chair. We are going to start in our usual fashion with legs on a chair for 7 minutes. So get into position for that. Now, just a quick review. Your lower legs are parallel to the ceiling. If your legs are longer than me and they're not parallel, you want to put a pillow on the chair. Your hips are a few inches away because your hips are in neutral. You don't feel like your pelvis is tilted either way. You've got the natural curve to your back. Your arms can be wherever they choose, what's most comfortable. And you want to breathe normally. So we're going to be here for 7 minutes. We're putting our lower back in traction, and that relieves pressure on it. So here we go. Okay, time is up. Stay where you are. If you choose, you can roll your tongue under the roof of your mouth. We're going to move our head from right to left about 6 times, very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, very good. Now we're going to do a vagus nerve reset. You're all familiar with this. Your head is stationary, only your eyes move. So we're going to start by moving our eyes to the right. Wait for a sigh, swallow, yawn, or gulp. All I have to do is think about it and I yawn. And then once you've done that, eyes back to center, straight ahead, and then just your eyes to the left and wait for that sigh, swallow, gulp, or yawn. It may come right away, it may not. We're resetting our vagus nerve. So go ahead and do this 2 more times on each side without my cueing. Okay, finish up. The next thing we're doing is head ramping. You can leave whatever support you have under your head. You can put a set of therapy balls under there. I like to put a sponge ball under my head. Now what we're doing is we are pressing our occipital ridge away from our body. Now this is something you can do sitting up or lying down. The occipital ridge, as you well know, is that bony part between your ears, runs along your scalp line. We're trying to reverse text neck from looking down at our devices all the time. So we press that part just away from the rest of our body, hold it, and then release. We're going to do this 4 or 5 times. So press, hold, and release. Excuse me. And we're working with the vagus nerve also, so this may create some yawning as well. Press, hold, and release. Once more, press, hold, and release. And one last time. Press, hold, and release. Sometimes if I'm sitting at a stoplight, I will do that because it's very subtle and people can't really tell that you're doing it. They won't look at you funny. Okay. Now for our breathing exercise, we're going to do ribcage breathing. And all this is an awareness of how breathing affects your body, your torso. So your hands are on the front, your thumb, or your thumb is at the bottom of your rib cage. So your hand is actually on your abdomen. And then take a breath and feel that expand. And then when you exhale, you feel it contract back. So we're just going to take a couple of deep breaths and just be aware of how your body expands and contracts when you breathe. So inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. It's kind of like belly breathing. You feel it in your abdomen. And inhale and exhale. So everybody breathes at their own pace, and you can certainly do that. This is just, like I said, more of an awareness of how the breath goes through your body and how your whole lower body tends to expand and contract with your breath. So one more time, inhale and exhale. It's just something to be aware of. So, okay. So now we're going to do the vacuum, and you can keep your legs up on the chair if you choose, or you can move away from your chair or couch, or move the chair away from you. Now, as far as position, you can use whatever position works for you. If you are more comfortable with your legs up or your knees bent and feet flat, that's fine. I like to extend my legs. That's just a personal preference. What we're going to do is take a normal inhale and then exhale everything out of our lungs. And with all the air out, you're going to press your back, your lower back against the floor. Your pelvis will tilt just a little bit. Your belly button comes towards the floor. Hold that out for a count of 10 and then release. So a normal inhale through the nose, and then exhale everything out through the mouth or nose, whatever works for you. Everything, hold your air out, press your back down, your lower back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release. Give yourself a minute for your breath to get back to normal. In situations like this, I prefer not to have any head support, but it's whatever works for you. And my glasses are fogging up. So we're going to do this 2 more times. What we're doing is we're working on our pelvic floor. So normal inhale. And then exhale everything out. Hold your breath out. Press your lower back to the floor. Press your belly button down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Inhale. Let your breath come back to normal. Takes a minute or so. And then we'll do this one last time. So normal inhale. And then exhale everything out. Push your belly button down. Create a vacuum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And release. Okay. Good job. Now, since we're down here, we're going to do some windshield wipers. Those are always very good for the hips. So you can put support under your head if you choose. I choose, actually, I'm much more comfortable this way. Not everybody is. Your feet are hip width apart. Just going to warm up a little. So just maybe hip edge to hip edge, slowly. Just back and forth. Warming up, not coming all the way down. Just kind of baby steps into it. Windshield wipers are really good to warm up the hips. Okay, now place your feet a little bit wider, maybe as wide as the mat, whatever is comfortable for you. And let's do some wide leg. And again, you don't have to come all the way down if that's hard for you or awkward. Just come down as far as is comfortable. The outer hip may lift a little, that's okay. Be careful with your knees. Just put your knees in a twist position. Sometimes doesn't feel so good. So be kind to your body. And again, we're moving slowly. And just coming as far as is comfortable for you. Not everybody has the same range of movement. Couple more. Okay. All right. Now we're going to try something different here. I suggest you try this. Excuse me. Losing my voice. From a sitting position. So come up into sitting, whichever way is comfortable for you. The way I did it was really awkward. So just whichever way works for you. And you are sitting at the front of your mat. You want to come back and support yourself with your arms as much as is comfortable. Now our knees are bent and our feet are again hip width apart. We're going to do windshield wipers from this position. And again, we're moving slowly and just going as far as is comfortable as far as our range of motion. So this is kind of a different way to do the windshield wipers. Puts a little bit more stress on the shoulders. So if you have shoulder issues, you can go ahead and lie down instead of doing it this way. Also, if you're like me, my hips tend to slide when I do this, and I have to keep readjusting them. So there we go. All right. So now that we're sitting, come around to the front, and we'll do our regular sitting warm-ups that we do. So we're going to start with the side bend. This is going to be timed 40 seconds. Slide your hand along the mat. Other arm comes up and over. Keep both hips, sits bones on the floor. Just feel that stretch. Now lower this upper arm till it's parallel to the floor and reach for that corner. Reach, reach, reach. You may feel a different stretch in a different area. I'm stretching our latissimus dorsi. All right, arm up, torso up. Other side. Hand along the mat. Other arm up and over. You may find yourself stretching more on one side than the other. We are asymmetrical that way. Got to keep an eye on my timer. Okay, now lower this arm, the upper arm. So let's parallel to the floor and reach for the corner. Reach, reach, reach. Feel that different stretch. Oh, okay. Arm up, torso up. Okay. Go ahead and switch our legs. You don't want to sit in one position too long. We're going to do the rotation now. So left hand on right knee, right arm is behind you. You're on spider fingers. And just rotate your shoulders to the right. Now remember, we've got options here. We can move our head from right to left. And we can move our torso, if you choose. Or you can just enjoy the stretch. Just be in the moment. Be aware of where you're feeling this and how it feels. And know that you're doing your body a good thing. And there we are. Okay, we're going to do the other side. So right hand on left knee, left arm is behind you. Rotate your shoulders. Here we are. We're here for 40 seconds. So whichever extras you want to do is up to you. I like moving my head because my neck gets really stiff. Got whiplash one too many times. And the torso is also good. All right, come on around. And what did I have? Oh, okay. So for our third movement in this triplet, we're going to do some cat cows. I'm going to move sideways so you can see what I'm doing. So we're just going to flex and round our spine. So this is the cow and this is the cat. So a lot of people will exhale in this position and inhale in this position. whatever works for you. So in and out, and in and out. This is really good for just warming up that back. More. And fit. Okay, so we're now going to stand at the wall, get our standing part done. So give me just a minute to set up here. I need a production assistant in here. Okay. Here we go. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is the back bend at the wall. So we are standing with our back to the wall, maybe 3 or 4 inches away. I mean, I'm not right up against the wall. I'm a couple inches away. Standing in good posture. Good posture. Your feet are even. Your ankles are directly below your knees. Your hips are directly above your ankles. Shoulders aligned with hips. Head is forward. Now, this is a 40-second hold, the back bend at the wall, where we come up with our arms. So let me get my timer. So arms come up, palms on the wall. You want to keep your elbows as close to your head as possible. If they're out, if you have shoulder issues, your elbows may be out, and that's okay. But you want to keep your elbows as close to your head as possible. And if you'll notice, my chest has expanded, but my hips are back. Hopefully you can see that. So we're here for 40 seconds. This is bone building. I'm looking out at the rain. Rain, rain, rain. I've sworn I set that timer. I didn't. Okay, come on down. Thought I set the timer and I didn't. Okay, we're going to do the spine twist now. So make sure my chair's out of the way. So right side to the wall, right foot forward, left foot back, elbows at your sides, and then we rotate and put our palms on the wall. And I will set the timer this time. There we go. Okay, palms on the wall. And this is another bone builder. The reason we stay in this position as long as we do, because it gives our body a chance to relax into the position. And a position like this does build bone. I try to make sure my hands are even, if possible. Okay, 40 seconds, come on out. We're going to do the other side. So left foot forward, right foot back, elbows at your sides, palms up. And rotate towards the wall, palms on the wall. So if you're like me, you're feeling that. I feel it in my mid back, actually, right around where my bra strap is. I'm feeling the twist. Where are you feeling it? Just be aware. And there we go. All right. So yeah, that's what I thought. The third thing I had planned for this triplet is actually a core exercise. So we're going to use the wall as support, and we're going to march in place. Now, you can march as slowly or as fast as you want, but we're going to do it for 1 minute. So pace yourself. You do want to raise your knees as high as you can. And be careful. When I started doing this, I was, my knees were like way up here. And then by the time 30 seconds went by, I was like, ugh. So again, pace yourself, go slow. This is actually a core exercise. So I'm going to set the timer for 1 minute and just march in place, raising your knees and using the wall or the door or whatever you're holding on to for support. Now, if you don't need that support, you can just raise your arms and do it, but this is a lot harder. I like having the support. And 1 minute is not that long. We're already halfway through. So believe it or not, we're working core here. This is core work. "15 seconds left. That's going by fast. Again, you're at your own pace. You don't need to keep up with me on this. Here we go. Done. Good job. All right, back to the mat. I got to plug in again. Bear with me. Okay. So now we are going to do that progressive with the 2 blocks, figure 4 progressive with 2 blocks. So your blocks can be thin or thick, it doesn't matter, whatever works for you. If you're a little out of breath out of that march, that's fine, that's normal. Just give yourself a minute to catch your breath. This is one of my favorite positions in yoga. It's very relaxing. Just a lot here. This is center pose. Let's take a minute to just take a breath here. Okay. Here we go. Now we're gonna do 30 seconds on each pose. So let me set my timer so it's handy. So the first pose, we're going from center pose. My knees are bent, my feet are hip width apart. If you want support under your head, certainly use it. Your arms are at your sides, palms up. So take your right leg and pull it back before you set it on your left knee. Now we're going to be 30 seconds, like I said, in each pose. Now, again, in each pose, there are options. In this position, you can rock back and forth. You can gently push on your knee. You can point and flex your foot, or you can just be static in this position. Now, as we go up in levels, I want you to be aware of where you are. And if you're uncomfortable with a level, then don't go any further. Again, pay attention to your body. There might be a level you're not comfortable with or you just can't do, and that's okay. We're all different. So just when you get to a certain level, just stay there if that's where you're comfortable. Now that was level 1. Level 2 is putting a brick, I always call them bricks, block under your foot that's on the floor. This raises that leg a little bit and puts a little bit more stretch into the hip. Again, 30 seconds. Now, if you're like me and you've got short arms, I'm closer to my knee now, so I can press it. If you choose, that's just an option, again, with the foot. But if your hands are at your sides, make sure your palms are up. It's just a better position than having them down. And here we are for 2 more seconds. There we go. Now the second level is putting a second brick on top of the first. And if you have to undo your legs like I just did, make sure when you do them again, you pull your knee all the way back or as far as you can before you twist it over. Our knees are meant to go forward and back, not side to side. So we want to be real careful when we do this. And again, for 30 seconds. Now again, we've got options. We can stretch a little on our knee, we can rotate our ankle, we can even bend our lower foot if you choose, or none of the above. And that's that. Okay, now the next position is arms under the lower leg. If you want, you can use a strap. If you can't reach it with your arms, you can stay at this level. You can go down a level, whichever works for you. Again, 30 seconds. So in this position, you can rock back and forth. You can rotate both feet or point and flex both feet. I'm beginning to feel like a pretzel. Wiggle your toes. You can use your elbow to press your knee away. Okay, that's 30 seconds. Now the last pose, again, you can use a strap, is hands on your shin on the outside. So again, you stay at whatever level is comfortable for you. So, and you can use a strap. So rock back and forth. You can use your elbow to press your leg away. Rotate your feet. You can be aware I'm feeling a stretch in my right hip. That's the one that's on top, this one. Okay. And that's that for that side. Now we're going to do the other side. So now remember, when you are moving into figure 4 position, pull that knee back and then put it over. So 30 seconds. So you can rock back and forth. Point and flex, or even rotate your ankle. Push your knee away. Or just, I like the rocking back and forth. And there we go. So level 2 is 1 brick. Into your foot. And 30 seconds. So if you have knee issues, I do not recommend pushing on your knee. But if it feels okay, you get a little bit of extra stretch if you do that. You can still rock back and forth. You can still rotate your ankle or point and stretch. Get some ankle work in there. And there we go. So now we have a second brick, and I have to come down for that. So remember, if you do have to pull your knee way back and then put it up there. Now you may find that you can go further on one side than you can on the other. We're built that way. We're just more flexible on one side. So remember all your options. My toes are waiting at you. Okay. All right, that's 30 seconds. Now the next option, again, you can use a strap. You should go behind your thigh. Now both legs are in the air, and you can just wave them around. You can rock back and forth. Flex. Feel like a pretzel. And why did it stop? Okay, for some reason my timer stopped, so we'll call that 30 seconds. And the last position, oh, come on, is hands on your shin. Again, you can use a strap, certainly. And I am feeling the stretch now in my left hip. That's the one on top. Make sure my timer is going. Yes. Okay. All right. That's that. Good job, guys. Righty. Okay, so let's take a breather. Quick breather. Let's just take a deep breath and exhale. You've done some good work so far. One more deep breath and exhale. We're going to now do some core work just to end the class. So we're going to start with what I call the dead bug. There are variations to this, but this is the position. Your knees are up, your arms are up, palms facing each other, and the movement is right leg, left arm, left leg, right arm. Now, depending on how you feel, you can keep your arms at your sides and just do your legs, You can just move your arms back and just do your legs. Whatever works for you. We're going to do this for 1 minute. So again, pace yourself. If you can't do it for a full minute, that's fine. Just come on down. And you don't have to do it fast. But this is a really good core exercise. Oh, I can feel my core. Yes, I can feel it. And now I'm getting uncoordinated. Okay, there we go. If you need to stop, stop. Maybe just do your legs. Maybe just do your arms. All right. That's it. Oh, that was a minute. Good job. Good job. All right. That's a good, I could feel it right in here. And that's where I need it. I don't know about you. Now the next thing we're going to do is a bridge march. And there's a couple of, and again, a couple of different options. I suggest you use a block for this. That's what I'm going to do. However, the original movement is hips up and then legs up. And this is very difficult. So I personally like supporting my lower back with a block. So you can do it any way you like. But I personally like this way. And what we're going to do is we are now in a supported bridge position. We're just going to raise our legs and keep our knees bent. And we're going to do this for 1 minute. So timer. Okay, there it is. And again, you can go as slow as you choose. Again, this is core work. This is right here work. I have found as I have gotten older that this is where it began to spread for me. So I've been working on that. I don't think I'll ever have a 24-inch waist again, but at least I can firm it up a little. If you're like me, you're feeling it right here. And you don't need to go fast on this one. Actually, slower is better because you're working that muscle. And that's a minute. See, it goes by fast. Go ahead and take the block out and come down. Now, one last core exercise we're going to do is the hover. We love this. Your legs are straight. You lift them up just a few inches and we'll hover. We're going to hover for 30 seconds. So, do I have a 30-second timer? Yes, I do. Okay, so here we go. Up. Now, if you need to come down, and then come right back up. But we're hovering. Hovering, like a UFO hovers. Halfway through. You can do this. There we go. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Wow, you guys are great. Okay. I say that's enough for today. So let's go ahead and get into position for Yoga Nidra. Whatever position you choose, what's comfortable for you. Make sure that you are either warm enough or cool enough, as the case may be. Might want to put something over your eyes. I'm going to guide you through a 61-point guided meditation. I'm going to call your attention to certain parts of your body. Allow your awareness to flow to these points without moving any part of your body. Go ahead and begin with your breath. Breathe in, breathe out. Observe your abdomen as it rises and falls with the gentle flow of your breath. Now bring your awareness to the center of your eyebrows, center of your throat, right shoulder, elbow, wrist, right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, right wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, left shoulder, elbow, left wrist, thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger, left wrist, elbow, shoulder, center of your throat, spiritual heart center, right side of your chest, heart center, left side of your chest, heart center, navel center, center of your pelvis, right hip, knee, ankle, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, right ankle, knee, hip, center of your pelvis, left hip, knee, ankle, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe, ankle, knee, left hip, center of your pelvis, navel center, heart center, center of your throat, center of your eyebrows. This concludes the 61-point guided meditation. Begin to wiggle and stretch. Stretch your legs out if they're bent. Stretch your arms out. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists and your ankles. First one way, and then the other. Now take your right knee and hold it to your chest. Thank you, knee, for everything you do. Straighten that leg out. Take your left knee and hold it to your chest. Thank you, knee. And straighten that leg out. Now bring both knees up to your chest and hold them as you slowly rock back and forth, feeling that massage on your lower back. And when you're ready, roll towards the camera using your lower arm as a support for your head. We're going to take a minute here, take a breather. This is our gratitude minute. Just think about 3 things you're grateful for today. Starting each day with a grateful heart is a great way to start the day. So I'm grateful you were here to move with me. I'm grateful I can move. And I'm just grateful for the day. So we'll be here for about a minute. When you're ready, come on up to a sitting position. Going to remove my spotlight. You might want to unmute yourself. Take your time. Hands to your heart. Might want to press a little bit. Feel some of that shoulder work we did. Not much, but just feel your scapulas and then loosen that. And I just want you to know I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'm glad you came to move with me today. So let's end the class by saying to each other, Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste.
Thank you, Kathy.
All right.
Kathy.
Thank you. Have a great day, everyone.
You too, hon. Thank you.
Thanks, Kathy. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.